Tom Dumoulin was born on November 11, 1990, in Maastricht, Netherlands, into a family where sports played a central role. His father, a former professional handball player, fostered a competitive spirit in the family, and Dumoulin's natural athleticism was evident from a young age. However, his initial interest lay not in cycling but in football. It wasn't until the age of 14 that Dumoulin transitioned from football to cycling, a decision that would ultimately shape his career and make him one of the best Dutch cyclists of his generation. Dumoulin's introduction to cycling came through his local club in Maastricht, where he initially began competing in amateur races. His talent in endurance events became evident early on, and by the age of 16, he was winning local races, gradually making a name for himself in the world of youth cycling. Despite his late entry into the sport, Dumoulin's ability to climb and his knack for time trialing stood out, setting the foundation for his later successes in professional cycling. He made his mark as a junior rider, and by 2010, at just 19 years old, Dumoulin joined the Rabobank Continental team, which later became Team Sunweb. He quickly adapted to the demands of professional cycling, excelling in time trials and stage races. His natural aptitude for the time trial discipline helped him gain the attention of higher-level teams and set him on the path to a professional career. Rising talent and transition to professional cycling. In 2012, Tom Dumoulin took a significant step in his career when he joined the Rabobank Pro Team, the World Tour team, marking his official debut in professional cycling. His early years as a professional saw him struggle with consistency, but his undeniable talent was evident in time trials, where he began to develop a reputation as one of the rising stars in the discipline. In his early years, Dumoulin was often overshadowed by other riders, but his hard work and dedication gradually paid off. By 2014, Dumoulin was beginning to make a name for himself as a key contender in Grand Tours, particularly in the time trial stages. His breakthrough came in 2014, when he won his first Dutch National Time Trial Championship. A victory that solidified his standing as one of the best time trialists in the country. In 2015, Dumoulin continued to establish himself on the world stage. He put on an impressive display in the Giro d'Italia, where he claimed his first Grand Tour stage victory by winning the time trial on stage 12. This win was a turning point for Dumoulin, who began to emerge as a contender for the overall classification in major races. His performance in the Giro was a statement of intent and showcased his capacity for both time trials and stage races, marking him as one of the future stars of professional cycling. Career peak and Grand Tour success. The 2017 season marked the pinnacle of Tom Dumoulin's career as he made history in the Giro d'Italia, his first victory in a Grand Tour. It was a victory that would cement Dumoulin's place among the elite of the cycling world and solidify his reputation as one of the most talented all-around riders in the sport. Dumoulin arrived at the 2017 Giro d'Italia as one of the favorites to win the overall classification. His strength in time trials was an obvious asset, and he demonstrated his abilities in the early stages of the race. As the race progressed, Dumoulin found himself locked in a fierce battle with other GC contenders, particularly Nairo Quintana and Vincenzo Nibali. However, it was Dumoulin's consistent performance throughout the stages and his superior time trialing skills that ultimately allowed him to prevail. On stage 19, Dumoulin executed an incredible time trial that gave him the lead in the general classification, allowing him to hold off the challenges from his rivals in the final days. His victory in the 2017 Giro d'Italia was a landmark achievement in his career, as he became the first Dutchman in history to win the prestigious Grand Tour. This victory was a testament to his ability to perform on the biggest stage, with his combination of time trialing prowess and climbing ability proving to be the winning formula. In addition to his Grand Tour triumphs, Dumoulin also continued to build on his success in other major races. In 2016, he finished second overall in the Vuelta a España, further demonstrating his ability to compete at the highest level in Grand Tours. His second-place finish was notable for its tactical consistency and his ability to stay competitive throughout the race, even when facing formidable rivals like Chris Froome and Alberto Contador. Moreover, Dumoulin's dominance in time trials continued, as he clinched multiple Dutch national time trial championships and earned top finishes in World Championship time trials. In 2017, he finished second in the World Time Trial Championships, just behind Chris Froome, cementing his status as one of the best time trialists in the world. Challenges and setbacks. After the high of winning the 2017 Giro d'Italia, Dumoulin faced a series of challenges that would test his resilience. The following years were marked by injury, illness, and moments of inconsistency. In 2018, Dumoulin was forced to abandon the Tour de France after struggling with a knee injury, and although he continued to perform well in individual time trials, his form in stage races fluctuated. In 2019, Dumoulin returned to the Giro d'Italia, aiming for a strong defense of his title, but was once again plagued by injury. The physical toll of competing at the highest level started to affect his performances. Although he finished on the podium in that year's Giro, finishing third, Dumoulin's struggles with form were beginning to take their toll on his career trajectory. Despite these setbacks, Dumoulin's drive and ambition never wavered. He continued to perform well in time trials and one-day races, but the Grand Tour victories that had defined the peak of his career became harder to come by. His time with Team Sunweb ended in 2020, and he joined Jumbo-Visma for the 2021 season, where he hoped to find renewed success under a new team environment. Later years and legacy. In 2021, Dumoulin took a break from cycling to focus on his mental and physical health, a period that allowed him to reassess his goals and motivations. He returned to competition in 2022 with a slightly reduced schedule, still competitive but less focused on major Grand Tour ambitions. His time away from the sport proved to be rejuvenating, and Dumoulin expressed a renewed sense of passion for cycling as he returned to the peloton. By the mid-2020s, Dumoulin's career entered a different phase. Though his focus on winning another Grand Tour had diminished, he remained a key figure in stage races and time trials. He continued to participate in the Giro d'Italia and Tour de France, though he no longer had the same expectations of overall victories. His consistency and experience remained valuable assets for his team, and Dumoulin gradually transitioned into a role of mentorship and leadership for younger riders. As of 2023, Tom Dumoulin remains a respected figure in professional cycling, known not just for his Grand Tour victories but for his contributions to the sport as a whole. His victory in the 2017 Giro d'Italia stands as his defining moment, a result that made him a household name in cycling and earned him the admiration of fans and peers alike. While the later years of his career have been more challenging, Dumoulin's legacy as a versatile rider, a Grand Tour winner, and one of the best time trialists in history remains secure. Legacy and conclusion. Tom Dumoulin's career will be remembered for its combination of grit, consistency, and success in the biggest races in the world. His 2017 Giro d'Italia victory remains the pinnacle of his career, a result that not only earned him a place in Dutch cycling history but also marked him as one of the sport's elite all-around riders. His performances in the Vuelta a España, Tour de France, and his many time trial victories, including national and world championships, are a testament to his versatility and talent. Dumoulin's career has had its ups and downs, with injuries and setbacks. But his commitment to cycling and his ability to bounce back from adversity have been inspiring. Whether as a Grand Tour contender, a time trial specialist, or a mentor to younger cyclists, Dumoulin has always been a respected and admired figure in the peloton. His legacy will be remembered not just for his victories, but for his character, resilience, and dedication to the sport of cycling.